No.
1.5 million assaults happen in the workplace each year. Assaults at work are the second leading cause of death in the workplace. Bullying is officially recognized as workplace violence. Violent incidents cost business organizations up to £100 billion every year.
I'm Lawrence, I'm a well-known stylist for different artists in the UK. We're at a video shoot with 38 Hours.
Okay.
I got into styling through taking pictures on Instagram and just doing what I do on Insta. I just got approached by some brands, and yeah, I'm here today styling videos for artists. My main kind of clients are artists and mainly in the drill industry and UK rap. Yeah, I do enjoy what I do. So some of the fun parts are styling different artists, getting to know different artists, networking with different artists, getting to know different people in the industry. They can help you out, I can help them out, that kind of thing. I reckon one time, I'm not going to say where it was or what video it was I was going to, but I got approached by some guys, and I think they just approached me on a thing where I think I was on a drill page or something at one point. I think it was the artist ops or something like that, and they come up to me, they'll say, "Why are you doing this with this person?" I was like, I'm not involved, I'm just doing my job, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, so you're saying that you at work styling someone?
I was on my way to a shoot.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got approached by about 2-3 guys. Yeah, literally.
What, and they basically tried to confront you?
Yeah, confront
for working with somebody else that they don't like?
Yeah, that's it. I just had my suitcase on me, just to go into work, literally.
So what, were they confrontational, were they aggressive?
Yeah, I think at first the guy was blocking the pathway, so I thought I was just joking with him, innit? I was literally like this.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, "Oh, what are you doing? What's up?" And then they were like, "Oh, give us your jacket." I was like, "What? My jacket?" And then like, two people behind them shouted, grab his jacket." And then I remember just running down the road, and then like I heard people like chasing after me. I had my suitcase on me, running down the road like this.
Jesus Christ.
It was crazy, yeah. But I think in the back of my head I was like, "Oh, is this even worth it?" But I think it is at the end of the day, because you do what you do, innit? I think I ran down the road and I just cut a corner, and I think I just booked an Uber. Instead of walking.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through that, bro.
It's cool, bro. I think from now, I think I just get Ubers, to be honest. Yeah.
How did it make you feel coming to work and that happened to you at work?
I feel like at the time it doesn't feel like a work environment, because you're not in a safe work environment. It's difficult to adjust to where you are. I feel like just be educated of the areas that you're going into, what part of London, part of not even London, part of the UK that you're going into. I think at that time I didn't have the knowledge of which area doesn't like which area. I think I was in an opposite area of which I've currently worked with their opposite areas. So.
But regardless, bro, you're not involved in any beef, so
of course,
that shouldn't be your concern.
It should be a concern, but I think some people make it my concern. So, yeah.
It's estimated that about 2 million people report one or more events of workplace violence every year. Make no mistake, this number doesn't represent every incident, but only represents violent cases which were officially reported. The actual number of cases is likely much higher. Yo, it's your boy Pac. I'm part of Pacman TV, one of the biggest music platforms in the UK. We do everything from R&B to urban music, UK drill, UK rap, the whole lot. Yeah, so at Pacman TV, initially I started off as a cameraman, a one-man band. So I used to go from block to block, like people used to call me crazy because I would visit the most dangerous blocks in London with my camera, which was actually the size of an iPhone at the time. And I would film a lot of young upcoming talent in every single block in London, more or less. Over the years, with the development of the music scene in the UK, we thank God I was able to turn it into an arts management company, where I sort of started to scout artists who who I saw had potential and could make it in the industry and had talent, and I began to develop them. I then became an artist manager for a few of the great artists. We produced some big hits like We Don't Dance, Young Bane Gang Shit, Some Country Done Records, a lot of 1038 records, which went ridiculously viral. I mean, the biggest record we've released today is 38 and Now's Change, which has currently over 70 million views on our platform and a similar number of streams. So I would say it's come quite far. Currently we're a record label. We sign artists as well as singles worldwide, and the plan is to just take it global. What's the maddest thing? Whoa. I mean, one of the maddest things I've seen, you know, like this was very early on in my career, you know, when I was quite young. I mean, I remember being in Brixton. So I got a call to do a hood video in Brixton, and this was actually my first time shooting for the artist. So I mean, when I was younger, I did it like I had a no fair policy, you know. Like I would go anywhere. I would link anyone on their block, you know. Like I had a lot of heart, and I was hungry as well, you know. And I feel like that's what you need to succeed. You got to be ready to take risk and prosper, and I was ready to do that. So I remember I was in Brixton, and I was filming a video for some guys. And I remember I was on their block for no longer than 10 minutes. And I backed up my camera. I've set everything up, back to the camera. I'm about to film a scene on their block, right on their estate in Brixton. And I remember when I started getting the first scene, they're like, "Hey, Pacman, get in the yard, get in the yard, get in the yard." And I'm looking at them like, "What do you mean get in the yard? Like we're filming the scene, bro." And they're like, hey, Pac, bro, get in the fucking yard now." So now my back's up against the wall. I'm trying to protect my interests. I'm saying to them, "What do you mean get in the yard, bro? What's going on?" You know, like they run into the house and left me. So I'm trying to calculate what's going on. So I've turned around to try and work out what's happening. And as I turn over my shoulder, I see bare man running towards us. I'm talking big dolo, wrestling looking motherfuckers. So when I've seen that, I've gone into the yard. Now I'm in the yard with these lot. I'm in the yard, so I'm like to them, "What's going on? Who's that?" Because remember, I'm just there to do my job. So I'm like, "Who's that?" They said, "Oh yeah, it's the ops. They had the man the other day, blah, blah, blah. They've come back for them, whatever. So everyone's holding the front door down now. Someone's got a leg on the door. Someone's elbows on the door. Someone's arms on the door. Me, I'm holding the door with two hands. I'm holding it with two hands because I'm thinking, cameraman or not, I'm with these man. So if they get it, I'm getting it with them. And I did it. Hey, I went on that. So I'm holding the door with two hands. Anyway, so we're holding the door. Hey, bare verbal abuse, you know. The kitchen window smashed. So the kitchen window's right next to us. It's smashed. And next window smashed. Then they shout, "Hey, pussy, come out. Hey, mad verbal." So I'm holding it. I'm thinking, hey, I'm saying, "You, man, don't get drawn out, bro. Stay in the yard. You ain't got nothing. Just hold the door with me." Yeah, so the door is actually coming inwards now. Like these guys are actually breaking in now. So I'm thinking, raw, like, there's bears of us. Why's the door coming in so much? I've turned around. I'm seeing guys leaving me, jumping the wall, running through the kitchen, going upstairs. I'm thinking, raw. As I turn around, boom, the doors come through. I'm thinking, oh shit, yeah, I'm done. Game over now. The doors come through. I've fallen back. I'm thinking it's all over, and then it's like, it's mad how God works, you know. Luckily, I knew them, not like that, like I knew them because I shot them a video. I think about 2 to 3 weeks beforehand. So they come through the door and they're like, "Pacman, what are you doing here?" And I've said, "Rah, like I'm just doing my job. I'm just shooting a video." And they're like, yeah, where's them, man? I said, bro, they left me, bro. They're gone, bro. Look, I'm alone. And then that was it. They ran through the house and they chased him. You get me? And I just left. I remember thanking God. Like, I walked to the train station, got on the train back home, you know, and it's mad because I was thinking I was just doing my job, you know. But if I didn't know them, that could have gone very differently still. Like, we hear these stories all the time where people at work get into mad situations, and yeah, that could have been me. Several victims don't trust the organisation to handle the event properly. Some are afraid of the event occurring again, and some simply fear losing their job. Without the full picture, many victims may remain unprotected and at future risk.
What up, people? My name is Bless Shooter. You can find me on the gram. I'm a photographer / videographer based in London. Shout out Pacman for the opportunity, man. I ain't gonna lie, shit really gets crazy with the music videos, you know? Sometimes, like, you go down to places you're not supposed to go to. You link up with people you're not supposed to, you know, and shit goes crazy. Shit goes left, you know? I ain't gonna lie, I remember one time, I think it's probably the craziest shit that happened to me. And, you know, I was just supposed to do 2 different shoots in a day, right? And that same day, I went to buy some gear, some new equipment, you know what I'm saying, just invested on my shit. And that same day, I had to shoot for a really important client on the night with a really important clothing brand. But then somebody hit me up, right? They was telling me they wanted to do a freestyle on a park. And I said, you know what? Let me just get that extra money, let's see what's up. And so I had that, and you know, I went to the park and shit, and I started talking to the guy, yo, what's up? They wanted to do a freestyle in a basketball court. And then once I'm getting there, I'm realizing it's a bit far. The park, it looks a little booky, it's getting nighttime already. And so I look at the field, the basketball field, and I'm just realizing, how the fuck is the car gonna fit in there? I look at my man, I start talking to him, everything's cool. You know, for me it's normal that people are bellied up, you know, this is London, so cool, another music video. He tells me, yeah, I'm gonna link up with my friends, I'm gonna link up with a gang. I'm like, alright, cool, say no more. I'm just walking with him, and then another guy comes along. You know, his starts moving a little funny, like a bit too good for me, you know what I mean? And so from that moment on, they went to meet another homie. So I'm like, what happened to the spot we were supposed to shoot at? Long story short, you know, they just set me up. As soon as I saw the other guy, they started jumping me and shit. You know, they tried to take my stuff, and they did take my stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, shit gets crazy, you feel me? And like 1-2 seconds after, I was just like, you know, I couldn't realize what was going on. I was like in a bookie-ass place, there was a river next to it. I'm thinking, bro, like, if shit really goes down, like, I could really die right here, you feel me? But thank God everything went well. You know what I'm saying? Everything was fixed or whatever. And yeah, man. But you really gotta be careful who you stepping with, and, you know, especially if you're going alone to these type of shoots, man, like, try to bring somebody, you know? Try to bring your homie. Try to be there, you feel me? And, you know, just know who you're dealing with as well. And yeah, man, make sure you do everything correct, you feel me?
Yeah, what advice would you give to, like, a young version of you who wants to like join this kind of career path, wants to do the same job, but has that sort of fear that could happen to them?
You know what? Just make sure you have a connection with the guy that you're doing the music videos with. Try to see if they're legit. Try look at what they're trying to tell you and where to go, and look at the obvious, you know, look at the red flags. Look at, okay, my man's telling me go around the corner. Cool, let me have, I don't know how you do things, or I don't know however you're gonna fix up things, but make sure you're ready to like run or something, you know? Easiest option is just run, you feel me? Whenever you feel something is going on and you're by yourself, just run. You feel me? If you're with somebody else, bro, you know, just, yeah, man. Make sure as well that they pay you beforehand, they send you a bill. That's one thing as well. Make sure you tell them, yo, 50%, send it over to me. And shit, that ain't even much, you know what I'm saying, depending on your prices, because the camera you have probably way more, you know what I'm saying? Like, You probably got on your camera gear more money than they got on their clothes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Be careful with your gear too, man.
You know, like that was quite a dark experience, but do you think there was a positive that you took from that scenario?
I'm not gonna lie, there was, cause I think the problem started because I had like not giving him my work in time, and so the client was pissed off, and he shut me up. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, just come through correct, make sure you're getting paid in money as well. You know what I'm saying? So
When you say in time, what would you say is a good turnaround time?
2 weeks is alright.
2 weeks.
3 weeks, maybe latest. Try it 3 weeks latest. You know what I'm saying? If it goes over that, maybe you are taking a piss.
Did it go over that? If it goes over, then what kind of advice could you give to somebody then to like avoid getting in that sort of situation?
Bro, just make sure you give it your work, bro. Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're busy, bro, if somebody pays you for something, just make sure you give it a work. That's it, bro. Yeah, man. Somebody's gonna pay you for something, and they, like, let's say you paying somebody, yo, I need this roof done, or I need this shit painted. Cool, if they don't do their job, like, you're gonna be mad. So I understood it by that time, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, alright, cool, it's understandable. You know what I'm saying? It's reasonable that they mad or whatever. They trying to do something to me because, you know, I'm not giving it their work, you know what I'm saying, what they pay for or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Just come through correct with your business. Make sure as well, as I said again, make sure they pay you beforehand. And come through with a team, bro. Don't come through with yourself sometimes, too. It could get dangerous out here, bro. As long as you're trying to take that risk, which is cool.
In some industries, the threat of experiencing violence is so prevalent that it makes it a part of their everyday life at work. It's no wonder that 1 in 7 employees report feeling unsafe at their place of work. As studies have shown, stress about workplace violence can have a significantly negative effect on a person's mental well-being and job productivity.
My name's Ariel. I was a music video vixen for 4 years in the UK, and I stopped because acid was thrown in my face whilst on set. I worked for a very well-known agency, which appeared on Shade Borough quite a few times due to the controversial shoots and incidents with artists. I remember this like it was yesterday. I was booked for a shoot through the agency, and I had a weird feeling when I heard it was from gang members. But the agent assured me it was under control. When I tried to back out the shoot because I wanted to lean towards fashion or more known artists, the agent threatened me, saying that if I turned down the shoot, she would take me off her books and make sure no one would work with me again, since I'm not serious about working. So I felt so forced to do the shoot. I wish I listened to my instincts. So she gave me the shoot details and I attended, thinking nothing more of it than simply attending a booking and collecting my wages. When I arrived at the postcode, I was greeted by thugs in hoodies and balaclavas smelling of fags and Budweisers on a council estate. Even though I was told that it would be in an apartment and that I should wear a dress, I was just overdressed. But at this point, I was over it. I just wanted to get paid, keep my job, and go back home as fast as possible. The guys were really quiet. It was all really quick. I remember a guy pulling my arm and saying, "This way," very aggressively. I responded, "Get off me." And he shouted, "What? Are you dumb?" I responded that that's no way to talk to a lady. He shouted back, "Lady, you're a dumb hoe and you've been modelling for the ops. You want to be an op model, yeah?" When he said this, I froze. I couldn't understand what was happening. It was all happened so quick. And before I knew it, I felt cold. I felt a thick, cold substance hit my side of my face. My face was ruined. From that point on, my career as a model was all over. All because of these thugs, these roadmen, these thieves stole my life from me that day. or because I modelled for someone they had beef with. But it's nothing to do with me. I was just trying to do my job.
Workplace violence show that some of the cases can actually be fatal for victims. In fact, assaults at work are the second leading cause of workplace deaths.
Hi, I'm Melzia. I'm a producer from London and I'm 23 years old. I always wanted to be in the music industry. I've been playing piano since I was about 5 or 6. I can't rap and I can't sing, so I became a producer. It was really difficult at first, but I feel like when you have a passion for something, it just kind of comes naturally and you just get better and better over time with practice. Where I ran my own business, I found it hard to juggle both of them together, but it's just about finding time really and just always practicing your craft whenever you can. There's not many females in the industry at the moment, especially when it comes to producing. There's a lot more like rappers or singers, but especially in the producing field, there's not many females at all. So it's good to see a lot of other females trying to come up and be producers as well. I think just working with artists that I used to actually listen to is quite like a big thing, like especially because I haven't been doing music for so long. So when I was a lot younger, like maybe 16, 17, I'm now working with those artists that I was listening to, or, you know, getting my beats heard by them. So yeah, it's really fun. It's really interesting to see like the change of just listening to them, and now I'm working with them. But I think my sound's a bit different to a lot of kind of normal drill. It's got a bit of like grime in it. Like I like to play around with the 808s a lot. I don't like to keep it basic. I like experimenting with different things, putting different genres together. So yeah, Chinks will work with me by force, whether he likes it or not. I've literally been sending him email after email every week. So Chinks, if you're watching this, read my emails. And also Lowski. I'd love to work with Lowski. Definitely one of my favourite drill rappers. There's definitely been a lot of times where I'll just be trying to do my job, and a lot of rappers will maybe take advantage of that and try and use it as a way to flirt with me, or like, you know, oh, let's go studio and then, you know, we can go for a date after. Like, I just want to do my job. I just want to make some music. And it's like, it makes me feel a bit like, well, if I don't say yes sometimes, then they won't use my beat. And that's fine. Like, I'd rather they didn't. But it just gets very annoying. Like, I don't know if they think maybe they're being unique with that approach, but they're not. It's nothing new. But yeah, it does get very annoying, especially when you're just trying to, you know, be taken serious. It's a lot harder as a female, I think, to be taken serious in this industry. Because I guarantee you, if I was a male, you know, it would just be straight business. So yeah, it is annoying, but it's just something that I think over time, when more females become producers and more females do get into the industry, it will become a lot less of a big problem.
What's some advice or pointers you would give to like a young male looking up to you, trying to like find a place in the industry? He wants to just get by and just do a job without all the extra stuff. As in a female or a male? Yeah.
Honestly, just put in the work. A lot of the like big part of it that a lot of people don't talk about is kind of making sure that your business side is right as well. I feel like a lot of artists and producers don't really have their business side of music put together very well, or maybe they don't have a good kind of team around them. So focus on making sure, you know, things like PRS and all of that is set up as well, so that you can't get taken advantage of. And also just networking in general, making sure that you're around the right people, getting yourself into places where you're around like artists and people in the music industry, and just don't be shy, introduce yourself, be relentless, like DM people, message people. Don't feel like, you know, you're going to be your number one supporter, and if you don't believe in yourself, then you're not really going to go anywhere. So just make sure you're always pushing your own thing.
Costs for businesses usually involve legal fees and hospital bills, but it's the indirect cost making it hard for companies to recover. Lower productivity, negative publicity, and low morale have a huge impact on business.
It's for the beat, the goat, same about human. Make beats anywhere and everywhere, bro. I just started smoking weed in my bedroom, my brethren, started making beats.
And then he calls into his outdoor terrace.
11 years now, I think. 12. Lil Wayne, the Harlem Spartans. Yeah, I'm humble with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, come on. Come on. So, what's been some of the highlights of your career?
Definitely maybe hitting my first million views. Yeah, obviously that's an accomplishment for any producer, isn't it? The first big song. I mean, you go to college, you don't recognize it. Oh shit, that's just being me. That's what I said. Oh my days. In this industry, this job, it gets mad, isn't it? Especially if you're producing drill music and stuff like that. Yeah, it's been a few times. Obviously, incidents that I don't want to speak on. But yeah, it's got people sometimes. But it's weird, keep making music. As a drill producer, if you're going to work with people that don't like each other, just have a good relationship with both of them. Don't just meet random people. I'm very careful who I meet because of my experiences. For example, one time I made a lot of music for one drill area, whatever you want to call it. Met another area, not thinking nothing of it, and obviously got into a little altercation.
Yeah. But the thing is that you wouldn't think anything of it because you're just going to work.
Exactly. It's just a job. I don't give a what you say on the track because it's not me saying it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just here to get paid, bro. It's my job. Yeah, man, just be careful with it and be good to everyone, you know what I'm saying? Two different gangsters go to a jeweler, buy a watch or whatever, but when it comes to a producer or videographer or things like that, they say it differently, but I mean, everyone's gonna have a small mind, not everyone, but some people are gonna have a small mind, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think there's anything that we could do to raise awareness, to sort of protect young creatives?
I feel like a documentary like this, I feel like a lot of people see that and be wow, you know what, these guys are actually just trying to do their job. You know what I'm saying? We are. We just live, man.
In 53% of instances where men were victims and 41% of cases with female victims, offenders are complete strangers coming from an environment outside of the workplace. Most often, these are customers and clients in the service industry. So, in most cases, victims have no previous relationship with the offender. So there should actually be no need for there to be any conflict between a person purely doing their job and any person who commits a violent act against them.